welcome back to Rinsang vlog. So this is another educational vlog where I will be talking about NMC processing up till the visa processing for the nurses who would like to pursue their career here in the UK. So yes, previously in the educational vlog where I've talked about the English language test, as well as I've made a separate video on the CBT computer based test, which actually comes after the start of the NMC processing. But since I don't want to mix up NMC processing and the CBT together in one video, so that's why I've made it separately in one video as well. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure to watch that as well. So yes, in this video I'll be focusing more on the NMC processing. So yes, as soon as you have your eyes on the OET score, so you will need to approach any of the agency. Either it can be a government agency or the private agency. When I was applying, I applied through the government agency IITR, but usually they are the one who is going to guide you for your UK process. But most of the time you're the one who is going to fill all details and all, so it is good to have some clear ideas about whole processing of the NMC and everything before you start your processing. So that's why I'm here to give you a little bit of explanation and give you a clear aspect of the whole NMC processing up till the visa processing. Yes, so let's begin without wasting much time. Let's begin today's video. Yes, so first of all, let's talk about NMC. NMC is a Nursing and Midwifery Council, which is the regulatory board for the nurses and midwives here in the United Kingdom. But same like where in India we have like INC, Indian Nursing Council, and the state nursing councils like DNC, KNC, wherever you are currently working. So likewise, NMC is a regulatory board over here in the UK. So they are the one who is going to check and everything, verify whether you are eligible to work here in the UK or not. So that's why we have to follow certain steps or the process before you come here to the UK. So this is all about the NMC processing. All right, so let's begin with something to talk about the eligibility. You know, usually when I say like to become a UK RN, at least you need to have like 3 criteria. Either you should have a BSc nursing or the GNM nursing or a master's in nursing. So either these 3, if you have one of them, you can apply to become a UK RN. So certainly yes, if you are GNM, yes, you can apply here as well, because many of you have been asking lots of questions. If I am GNM, whether I can apply over here, being a diploma nurse. Yes, of course you can apply. And even as per the new NMC criteria, they have also mentioned about the freshers also can apply here in the UK. But if you are experienced, that's good enough. But if you don't, there are always some way to become a UK RN as well. I took the interview first and got my offer letter, and then I started with the NMC processing. So it's up to you really, because you can start with the NMC processing and then simultaneously you can get interviewed and then get your offer letter and everything for the hospital, whoever is recruiting you. And you can do either way, but I did first with the hospital recruitment, and they are the one who interviewed me. But these days I think everything is Skype interview, so the agency will help you to arrange for the time slot for your interview, and then you will get interviewed, and then you will get selected. You will get your offer letter on the day of your interview, and then you can start with your NMC processing. When we start with the NMC processing, first of all, what you need to do is that you need to create an account in the NMC website. You need to create an account for yourself for the whole of your processing. So once you have created that account, you need to log in their account and you have to fill some details about yourself. So make sure whatever details you're filling, make sure that is correct when you're filling it. So especially the name, whatever is there, it should relate in your passport as well. So everything reflects. So that's why it's always good to be on the safer side and fill it correctly from the beginning. So once you have created account, once you are in, you are going to go into the first stage of the NMC processing. So talking about the first stage of NMC processing, where you have to have certain documents for requiring for that first stage. So there are three most important documents which you need. First of all, you need to have a valid passport, and when I say valid, at least it needs to be 3 to 6 months, not nearing for the expiry. And then yes, of course, it needs to be valid. So I suggest that, so being a Tibetan, we always have the identity certificate, so it's good to apply for the renewal first and then to apply for the processing, because once you have applied and everything, then you have to go for the renewal and all. It's kind of headache, so it's good to renew it first and then you start with your processing. So that's the number one, your valid passport. And the secondly, you need to have your registration certificate, and then thirdly, you need to have your degree certificate. If you have those three documents, you can carry forward on the first stage of the NMC processing. And one additional thing is that if you have any kind of name change or anything, then you need certain documents supporting to that as well. But if you don't have, don't worry about that. And then those are the three documents which is very important when you carry forward for the first stage of the NMC processing. So talking about the first stage NMC processing, when you enter there, you will have you have to fill lots of details. You have to fill details about your nursing college and your nursing college email address and everything. Make sure to fill it correctly, because sometimes they might send, when we were applying, we have to literally go to the college and get a transcript and everything sent to the NMC and all. But these days they've made into email systems, so maybe they might send an email to the college as well. So it's important to always fill the correct email address in it, and wherever possible. And then secondly, you need to fill all the details about your regulatory registration board and everything. So yeah, if you fill all those documents, and you have to upload your passport, your registration certificate, your degree certificate and everything. Once you have uploaded it, then you have to pay certain amount of like 140 to 140, approximately 140 pound. So once you have completed that, you have to start with your overseas verification to the nursing council. So when I say overseas verification, so either wherever you're working. So when I was applying, I was working in Delhi, so I have to go to Delhi Nursing Council. Then I did my nursing college in Bangalore, so I have to go to KNC, Karnataka Nursing Council as well. So I have to do 2 times, because we have like 2 nursing council which we need to do. And then when you go to the nursing council, so they know what documents which you need to submit. So there are certain documents in their website. You need to apply for an overseas verification, what all documents you need to submit. So you have to arrange all the photocopy of all the documents and then submit to the nursing council. So I think these days, because of the pandemic issue, they have made it online system, but previously we have to literally go physically over there to submit all the documents. But maybe these days they've made it online, so you just have to send scan all the documents in the online and then have to pay certain amount. But if you're working in Delhi at the moment, when you are applying for that overseas verification, so you just need to pay 500 rupees. But if you are applying as after you have left your work in Delhi, then you have to pay in dollars, so it will be approximately like 3,500ish, I think, approximately at that much. And then when I went to the KNC, I have to pay around like 2,000 for that. And yeah, so certain amount we have to pay, and we have to submit all the documents. They will take approximately like 15 to 20 working days. So they will start processing with that. And then once they have done the overseas verification, so I think NMC will get verified. Once everything is done and the NMC is happy with all your registration and everything, then they are the one who is going to send you an email that now you have met the eligibility criteria and everything, and now you will get another email stating that you're eligible for writing your CBT and OSCE. So since you know that OSCE you have to write it here in the UK, so CBT you can write here there in India. So that's why what I would stress is that after you complete your first step of NMC processing and then you carry forward further, you have to book your CBT through Pearson VUE. So Pearson VUE is the one who is going to further direct you for your CBT examination. So once you have completed your CBT, as you know that I've made a separate video on CBT, so make sure to watch that if you haven't. So get yourself prepared for the CBT first and prior before you go into your booking your CBT examination. So once you have completed your CBT, so that's the time you will go into your second stage of the NMC processing. While you do the second stage of NMC processing, applying for a COS, so simultaneously it goes hand in hand, all the documents about the NMC processing and the COS processing. So the agent will help you with the COS processing because there are so many documents which you need to fill from your hospital which you're applying for. So there are some pre-employment documents which you need to fill, and you need to submit lots of documents like reference letters, experience letters, and all the certificates of your nursing, all the certificate of your schoolings and everything. You need to submit them. And then if you have any kind of gap in between your work, and you have to state the reason and everything, you have to fill that form as well. And yes, so those are the documents which you need to fill for the COS. Yes, so hospital is the one who is going to process your documents for the COS. So a COS is mainly certificate of sponsorship, where it will state that hospital is going to sponsor you for working in their hospital. So that document is very important. That certificate is important for applying for visa. Without that certificate we can't apply for visa. So that's why we have to wait for the COS to complete before you apply for the visa. In the second stage, you need to upload certain documents. So with regards to your health, with regards to your character, with regards to your PCC, with regards to your employment certificates, with regards to your language evidence as well. So those are the documents which you need to submit to NMC when you're doing the second stage. So going each in detail about all the things which you need to submit in the second stage. First is some health declaration. So in the health declaration, you need a doctor or the physician or a licensed doctor who needs to examine you and everything, and they are the one who is going to receive an email from NMC. So when you fill that health declaration form, you have where you have to fill the email address of the doctor as well. So you have to fill that email address correctly, so the doctor will get notified when the NMC will send an email to them. They have to fill that and send it back to NMC. So once it's done, so you're good to go. And that's about the health declaration. And then secondly, you need to have your language evidence. So you have to upload your IELTS or the OET, whichever you have written, so you have to upload that as well. And thirdly, you have to have your character certificate. So character evidence, so it's like you are not having any kind of issue with your character, so that can be obtained from your nursing council. So for that you don't need to go, but you just need to email them for regarding the good standing certificates. So that one you can attach in the character certificate as well. Then suppose if you're working, you need to have your certificate of employment as well. So from your workplace you need some reference letter to be attached along with the documents if you're working and if you have experience, so you need to attach that as well. So in the second stage it's more like you need to complete all these documents, upload all these documents wherever you can. And the most important thing, you have your PCC, which you need to be obtained from being in Tibetans. We have like IC, so we have to obtain from FRO, but if you have a passport you have to obtain from passport office. So there are certain documents which you need to submit to the FRO while you apply for the PCC. So everything is online, so you need to obtain that PCC and then get it done, and then you have to upload to the NMC portal. And once you submit all the documents, and then you have to pay a certain amount of again another £150. So once you pay that, so that's your completion of the second stage. So now the thing which is left is to do your medical examination, which is the TB test. So you just need to do the TB test. You just have to pay around like 2,000 rupees, and then you will get the result in 2 days, and then yeah, you're good to go after that examination or the test. So there are specific, like, you know, centers of the medical testing which is affiliated or which is valid for the visa processing. So that is required for your COS, as well as you need that for your visa as well. For applying for a visa, you need your COS, certificate of sponsorship from the hospital which you have already obtained, and your medical fit test or the TB test, and your degree certificate. Previously we need UKBI IELTS or the UKNARIC, some English level competency check for the visa processing as well, but these days we don't need that, so it's a very good thing. So you need your COS, then you need your medical fit test, then you need your PCC, then you need your degree certificate, then you need whole of your nursing certificates, all of your schooling certificates, and your work certificates, and all those important documents, and especially your passport. That's the most important thing which you need when you're applying for. And when you're applying for visa, you don't need physically to go for an interview or anything, because it's a general work visa. So you just need to submit all the documents according to their policy, and you just need to do the fingerprinting when you go for the consultation. You just need to do the fingerprinting, and they will take the photo of you, and then they are the one who is going to process all your documents, and then within 15 days you will get your visa. So once you have visa, so the last thing you need to do is to book your flight as per your convenience, and then once you book your flight, you're good to come to UK. I'll be waiting for you guys, and welcome here in the UK once you're here. And then the next video is going to be about the OSCE. So that's the final and the last exam which you will be writing for becoming a UK RN. So are you guys excited? Hope everybody have got some information out of this video. So make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe, and share to as many as nurses to possible, those who want to pursue. And yes, if you have any doubts, so make sure to put down in the comment section below, or you can just message me or anything. I would be happy if I can be able to share that with you guys. Bye bye. Then see you in the next vlog. It's going to be about OSCE.